Glenn Taylor on 97.
This is where I think you'll find that Andrew Johnson, when they come up to the lap riders, Andrew being so aggressive, had so much experience, both here and overseas, I think he should get through the traffic probably a little bit better.
Alan Blanco there being lapped on 11.
Unfortunately, lifting his wheel just at the right time to let Gary Coleman through. It was close.
A beautiful sweeping corner that downhill there, Dennis, but if you get it wrong, you're going very fast indeed.
Really bad news. He's over 100 miles an hour on his bike through there. And it's a corner where you really have to set your line up, get everything right in your mind as you enter that one, because as you said, a foot to the left too far and you're into the dirt and there's quite a big bank.
And you're committed for what, 70, 80 metres, where if you get something wrong sort of 80 metres beforehand, you can't change it.
That's right, yeah.
Coleman, a security gap of just under a second now. That's hardly much security. Muir flings himself up the main straight. There's still Johnson in second position. His knee feeling out the track. He doesn't know just how far he can lean the Suzuki before he's gone just that little bit too far that takes him off.
In fact, traffic just as close behind in fourth, fifth and sixth place. Battle of a very different sort going on back there. That's Ron Bolden on 59. As we see some of the lap riders, Blanco there on 11, coming down to Winfield Corner.
It's an awful fright in a race so short as this, 20 laps to be lapped. You're out there trying your hardest and you've got it all hanging out, and next minute someone whistles by underneath you. It really is decent.
So over the top, Ron Bolden in fourth position.
In fourth place. Behind him is Neville Hiscock on 6 and John Pace on 36 in very close company. But Bolden not getting away very smartly at the start after that problem on the warm-up lap. Tyres wouldn't have been hot enough, and that's critical, Dennis.
That's really important on the bikes, the horsepower these things are putting out. It's really important to get one or even two, if you can, warm-up laps in. Very, very dodgy to go out there on cold tyres.
But Bolden, a very smooth rider and usually well within himself.
That's right. Ronald's riding extremely well these days. Only really tries super hard when he has to and when the points that are necessary to get. Very much the businessman racing now, Ronald.
Yes, a lot of other interests and better set up at 21 than many of us will be when we die. He's got a lot of business interests and drives around in a $40,000 Porsche. And during the week, he switches over to businessmen just as aggressively as Kerry Packer or Rupert Murdoch or any of these people would and do. And very impressive young man indeed. Setting himself up very well as a motorcycle retailer, hire bike man, accessories, and so on. But the race leader is Gary Coleman on 52, just moving away slightly to within a second as they close down at Winfield Corner of second place Graham Muir, 14, third place Andrew Johnson, 7. There they are behind him. Coming up now and completing 19, about to start his final lap as indicated by the blue flag. Gary Coleman doing it well, Dennis Neal, the tyre not giving him the expected problems.
No, he's looking extremely good. I think Gary will have the race. Graham will be trying very, very hard now to try and make this distance. I think he'll phase up a little bit, but I'd say Gary's got it pretty well under control. Really fast pace, and they've all put in an excellent race.
Like his New South Wales Yamaha dealer's teammate Ron Bolden, rides well within himself, very seldom comes off the bike.
Yes, had a lot of experience, Gary. Been racing for about 11 years now, and they approach the sport very professionally, have the right equipment, the right preparation, the right tyres, and have been around long enough to know the right combination. So it's generally pretty unlucky or something unforeseeable happens for them to fall off.
27 years old Gary Coleman, managing director now of the part of the Bolden empire of the tyre business up in Newcastle, Hertz Cars, Buses and Motorcycles. Victory in the fourth round of the Australian Unlimited Championship over 20 laps of Amaroo Park. He fought hard for it, was in second place until the 10th lap when he took over the lead. Second place Graham Muir on 14, third place Andrew Johnson on 7.
And Graham Muir only just hangs on to take second place, but that gives him now, Gary Coleman and Graham Muir are on equal points in the Australian Unlimited Championship on 54 points each. with Wanneroo Park in Western Australia coming up next month, and both of them now need to be there if they're to be a chance in the Australian Unlimited Championship.
Well, it's been an outstanding day of racing here at Amaroo Park, marred of course by a couple of bad accidents, the worst to John Pace, who is one of our most promising road racers here in Australia and who has done particularly well already on the European circuit. The unofficial report from the ombudsman on the track is that John Pace has at least fractured his leg, possible multiple fractures of the leg, and there may even be some problems as well with internal injuries. So let's hope that John Pace is all right, but that's the way motor racing goes. A couple of reminders of what's coming up in motorsport on ABC television in the next couple of weeks. Of course, don't forget our documentary Grand Prix titled Descent on the Mountain, shot at Bathurst over Easter this year. That's on Friday night the 11th on ABC television, a 1-hour documentary featuring road racing at its best and the people who are associated with it. And of course ABC Sport will be taking you live to other motorsport as well over the next few weeks. On the 12th and 13th at Sandown we'll be featuring the Hang 10 400, some tremendous sports sedan and road racing at Sandown. And then of course the big one, the premier production race for motorcycles, the Castrol 6 Hour, and that will be coming to you live also on ABC Sport with a final practice session on the Saturday, the race itself on the Sunday. That's on October the 18th. So plenty of motorsport coming up on ABC television. We're the motorsport specialists. Join us then. Bob Vincent at Amaroo Park for John Smales and Will Hagan. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage. We've featured the best of road racing in Australia. Join us again. Our next feature.